Hello, guys. I hope you can see me, you can hear me. Good morning for most of you. Happy Mondays. So give us just a few seconds. Angel's going to connect any moment. I hope you can hear me. If so, please let me know in the chat, as always. Perfect. Thank you for maybe a little bit delayed. Let me check what's the delay on the stream. Okay, should be all right. Hello, Chaitanya. Hello, Neon. Hello, Jack. How was your weekend? Yeah, not bad, actually, not bad. How about you guys? Everything's good? Ready for upcoming trading week? Hello, Ken. How are you doing?
Hey, yeah, I'm good, my man. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. How was your weekend? All good?
Good. You had a good weekend?
Working for most of the part, but yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, folks. How's everyone
Morning,
doing?
Angel.
What's going on?
For everyone.
Angel, it's too early for that nonsense. Calm down.
All right. That's fine. I get it. We're men in black today, so let's do it. Let's get it. You know, I love to wear actually black, but since I have a golden retriever, so whenever I have black clothes, I'm just full of hair. You know, it's hard. It's what it is.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I understand.
Some weird noises coming out of someone's microphone. Can you hear that? Or is it just me? Maybe just me.
It's you.
Okay. We'll see.
Oh.
Okay, let me notify Discord Telegram community that we are live and we can dive into the markets. Okay.
Yes,
and
sir.
Discord as well.
Yes, sir. What do you guys think gold is going to drop or is going to take the all-time high? Because this is starting to look weird.
Yeah, it's a bit shaky.
Super sauce. It's just sauce, right? Like,
I think it's risk. It's vulnerable, to be honest. Now, vulnerable.
Yeah, kind of. I do still believe that we can create new high.
Yeah.
But we need to create now new high at 42.65. Then it's very likely. Then we will all the way up to 43.80.
yeah.
I'm going to share the screen in a second. Where's the Discord? Yeah, here we go. Let me share the link. And perfect. All right, so let me open the window.
Guys, are we live already on YouTube?
Yeah, yes, we are. Should be, at least.
All right, yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
What's up, chat?
Just by the way, guys, just so you know, tomorrow we have X Space with Dylan, the CEO of the company.
Dylan's in the house.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and we'll be doing Q&As on the recent updates. So feel free to join in. Any questions that you might have regarding the updates or what's the plan? Feel free to step in and ask your questions. Tomorrow at, I think it's 6 p.m. UK time, if I'm not mistaken. 7 p.m. UK time, maybe 5 even. I need to check. I'll definitely share it on my Instagram, but it was on Ian Market Instagram as well. Just so you know. Okay, I've got the chat. I've got everything ready.
Guys, shall we wear like Christmas hats for the next stream? What do you guys think?
I don't have one, but I think I can get one if you want to.
You shall do it, like the three of us. Yeah, I'm gonna get one as well.
To bring the vibe of the Christmas to our live streams.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We can do that. We can dive our beat a bit.
I'll bring the snow. You bring the hats.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's about right. You know, that's why you're Morpheus, bro. That's right.
Oh God.
The guys is always wise. Oh my God. What's up,
Okay,
buddy?
let's dive into the market. So we've got, if I'm not mistaken, the Fed this week, right? We've got RBA. Where's my calendar?
Wednesday, 2 p.m.
Let me open the calendar. Yeah, so we've got the Fed, most likely. I'm going to just open just to be sure. The Fed Watch tool, I don't think something changed. I think everything is the same way it was last week. Okay, it's running. Yeah, we've got about 90% chance we're going to get the rate cut, and markets look like that we're going to get that cut. So that's pretty much settled. But we're going to get press conference about 30 minutes after. That's going to be pivotal, I think, rather than the rate cut itself. So that's going to decide whenever the Dixie is going to continue in its now bearish momentum, or if we can expect some sort of a reversal. I don't think that the Dixie will reverse. I think we're going to get some sort of a bearish momentum in the upcoming weeks. So continuous bearish momentum, in my view at least. And then we've got, I think, as well, one central bank. Is it RBA? Yeah, it's RBA. And also Australian Reserve Bank and Bank of Canada. So 3 central bank decisions this week. What do you think, Ken, about the Fed? Do you think they're going to deliver the rate cut and then pretty much keep the tone of a little bit more dovishness?
You know what? It's a tricky one, because if obviously Jerome Powell wasn't leaving his position, it would be a bit more straightforward for me. It's just the fact that, is this guy going to hold it down and, like, you know, have his balls on the table and just be like, I'm not cutting rates this decision. All right, I'm going to leave it. Wait, do you know when he's leaving, actually? When's Powell leaving? When is Powell leaving FOMC? I just want to double check before I say what I'm going to say. Yeah. Oh, May. Okay, we still got some time. Yeah, there's me thinking it's the end of the year, but it's not. So we still got another 6 months of, another few decisions. So in my eyes, right here, I think the upside risks, there are upside risks to the dollar. The why I say that is because, obviously, as you said, Jake, this is largely priced in. This has been priced in for weeks now. They have to come out with some ultra dovish commentary, but I was just compiling. I haven't finished compiling it yet, but I was compiling all the most recent commentary from the voting members, and they're still super split right now. Okay, they're still super split in terms of their commentary. Some wanting the cut because of weakness in the labor market, some wanting to keep unchanged, all that cautious tone because inflation's still sticky and they could see it higher. So, like, if I was Powell personally, I would keep rates unchanged, but I'm not. So I think he's going to cut rates, but then just be like, it's a very cautious cut. So then there's a chance that the dollar has some room to rally before maybe the markets are like, do you know what? We're still going to get an aggressively dovish FOMC next year. Let's sell dollar. So I think there's going to be an upside opportunity for dollar early on, but I think that won't hold. I don't think it's going to hold, and we could lose some ground there. So because it's priced in, you know.
Yeah,
that's my.
Yeah,
thought.
It makes sense actually. Makes sense. There might be some bullish momentum from dollar. I didn't know it's for the next 6 months. The power. I thought it was less than that.
Yeah.
For the January, February, we're going to get the switch.
Yeah, really and truly, Trump could play a card and try and get him out earlier, or Powell could step down earlier, but his chair position expires May 2026. So
do you think that Powell will send some sort of a FU note to Trump and keep the rates longer, just to provoke him a little bit, to poke the bear?
I would love to see it. Honestly, this would be so exciting. It would be great. It's possible. Yeah. You never know, because he's got nothing. What does he have to lose now?
Now nothing. He's just waiting to leave the chair. So,
and you know what? If he does that, when he leaves the FOMC, people are gonna be hungry for this guy because they know he's got balls. Like, they're gonna want to, get him to write a book or something. I don't know, but like, I think that will just give him more of an employable position when he leaves the FOMC. People are like, yeah, you stuck it to Trump. I like you. Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That would be actually a big flex, man.
Yeah.
If he does that, that would be a big flex, though.
Yeah.
Just right into Trump's face.
Let's see.
We'll see. We'll see this week on Wednesday. We'll see. We might basically, I don't know what is your schedule this week, guys, but we can basically do a live stream if you want a little bit later on.
Yeah, man.
Around the press conference to chat to traders when we are getting the tone from the Powell.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, okay, we'll have to trade after 2:30 on Wednesday. So if we can do it live, it will be awesome.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds good.
Nice.
And about the gold, I just pull out the gold chart, and we are still around the point of control area, so no wonders here. Usually, where demand meets the buyers meets the sellers, we usually go sideways. So now I'm just waiting which way we're going to break through. If we're going to break these lows, these highs at the top, as I was saying, 42.60 around that, then likely we're going to create new higher highs all the way up there. But we need to see some bullish momentum. So if we'd have some sort of a candlestick formation just like this, so really bullish momentum, and we also basically close above the gap right here, then I'll be taking probably the longs to the new higher high, all-time high actually. So that's my idea for gold. I don't really want to sell right now the gold with the possibility of continuous dovish dollar. So yeah, I'd be looking for longs only if we break and close above 20 or 42.80. That's my view. And the euro US dollar is at a pretty much similar scenario, because as we said last week, we are at the same time in the same POC, point of control zone, where buyers met the sellers all the way since the June, as I said many times. So now I think we're going to go sideways till the Wednesday, and then market will decide whenever we're going to continue towards the upside with the weakness of the dollar, or we might do some sort of a correction if we actually get the hawkish Fed, or hawkish Powell, I would say, rather than just hawkish Fed, because I think that's just Powell now who's the most hawkish. And we might get actually some sort of a correction. I would love to, for additional longs to Euro USD back towards 1.16. That would be actually really good if we get the correction towards 1.16, and then we can buy again. So that's for Euro US dollar and gold. I'm going to check also the Australian dollar. If you want to take over, Ken, I would gladly let you share the screen.
So
and
if
I'll just
Aussie dollar is going up, we shall see the sales that Ken was waiting for pound Australian dollar, right? So we should have a setup right there.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, did you say kind of longs on Australian dollar, US dollar? I think you were promoting the longs here, no?
Yep.
I did. I called them down at sort of the mid 65 region, and I said back then I missed my entry.
It was here on Monday, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm annoyed, man. I missed it. It was yeah. So
I remember, because this is the Monday, so yeah, I just flashbacks.
Yeah, it's nice. Look at it.
Or something.
It makes sense.
It's really nice. It's really nice. You missed, basically, I'm going to tell you, don't worry. You missed on 113 pips, mate.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
And then the pound and Australian dollar.
This
that
is
was
still
the same,
okay,
right?
to be honest.
Yeah.
But
sideways, no?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, we're going to downside. Okay. Yeah, we're going to downside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is looking so nice.
I'm going to stop sharing the screen.
Nice.
All right.
I'll let you do your thing, Ken.
Yeah,
and I'll just prepare the Australian dollar, because to be honest, I didn't have the time to
share screen.
properly analyze Australian dollar.
Oh, entire screen. Here we go. All right. Share. Okay. Let me just make sure you can see. Yeah, you can see. Okay, cool. Yeah. Obviously, Jake pointed that out with AED. I mean, I still like AED. Let's try and have a little look across the board today. Obviously, as I said, like, this is the thing. That week, when I noted here, at the end of last week, the week before last, sorry, I was blabbering. This is what I mean about where you have opportunities in the market. So just explaining it again from an educational standpoint. And I did, that stream, that very first stream where I called those longs. And it's, look, you have to trade facts and figures and data. And, sometimes a lot of this stuff goes over retail's head. But as Jake correctly said here, there was an opportunity for you to gain, over 100 pips. And obviously, depending on how you entered, that could have provided you really nice risk to reward. And it just comes down to being driven by the data, as I said to you guys before. And I'm going to stick with Aussie dollar because we're going to try and look for some potential opportunities here. But markets are built upon expectations and what's known as pricing something in. You keep hearing us say that terminology, and that pricing in came because that previous week, as I explained, those previous weeks, we had strong data from Australia. Labor market was sound, wage prices are good, CPI sticky, and markets then started the smart money. It's not even just the entire markets, because most of the markets are it's going to be very rude there, but a lot of the markets are retail, right? We've got a decent portion of the markets that are retail, and retail don't think like the smart money. So retail would miss out on this move because they're fearful of the idea of fundamentals. But obviously you guys in here, a lot of the E8 guys obviously are warming up to macros and fundamentals. So you're educating yourself, which is good, so that you're not going to be in that 97% that fail. So anyway, my point is, speed up. The market started positioning here, which is why I called those longs for that coming week. Markets are like, okay, AUD, there's a possibility that these guys could even talk about rate hikes. So from here, that week here, look at the outperformance that you saw of Aussie dollar. Look, that week, look at that, boom. Yeah. So we had decent performance there for Aussie dollar on that basis. And now if we fast forward, as Jake said, we've got the RBA rate decision this week. Okay, sorry, just quickly, with GDP last week, by the way, it came in at 0.4%. Not the best. However, the previous number was revised higher to 0.7 from 0.6. So it's not too bad. The economy is still doing well. Generally speaking, it's still running better than market expectations. So we do have this RBA decision here tomorrow. They're expected to keep rates unchanged. And what we should hear here, in terms of me, to really see some AUD strength, keep an eye on this, okay? Because they've said this before, probably about, maybe about 5 months ago, before they started cutting rates, they said this exact line. We could cut rates or we could hike rates. So if they leave that level playing field about our next move could be a hike or it could be a cut, that's freaking AUD positive, because they could hike rates. So markets will price that in as a possibility. And then they'll keep looking at the next data points. After this decision, then we're going to be looking at the next major data, which is not going to be coming until the new year. Okay, CPI. So if that number's hot, you can expect the idea of a hike to be priced in. So yeah, man, just sort of being educational there. And as I said, we need a line of what I just said, the possibility, because markets have been pricing in. The RBA are going to be aware of what markets are pricing in. So they're going to most likely comment on direction of rate, whether it could go up or it could go down. So that's very important. If they leave that on the table, that it could go up, that is game changer for AUD, and we'll continue to see that outperformance until early 2026. So on that basis, what I'm looking out for, obviously Jake's mentioned GP Aussie. I still like the downside for GP Aussie. I'm not involved in it right now. The structure is super, super clean, as we noted on those streams that time ago, with the lower highs, the lower lows. And we're still obviously in the phase of trying to print this lower low right now. Daily structure is really nice as well. I missed an opportunity up here on this pullback up here. Look on a 4-hour look here. You can see lower highs, lower lows. What we had here was beautiful. Okay, so we sort of effectively, we faked out of structure. Marcus probably thought, this is a bull trap. Okay, it's a classic bull trap, because it's effectively breaking out of this structure here. Bull trap. Doesn't sustain, get a bearish engulfing, and then continue the trend to the downside. Okay, this is what I mean by I missed this. So further downside. Now, there's no opportunity for me right now. To be honest with you, I'm probably going to sit on my hands until if we get this hawkish RBA and we get this firm break of this support, and I'll watch that pull back into twos, and then that'll make a nice potential swing. And I mean, that probably even it should be a swing trade. That's not going to be a position trade. So I'll watch for this breakdown of this zone. Anything else? Aussie CAD. Sorry, it's really messy right now. But the reason I don't like these Aussie CAD shorts, I was talking about this as a possibility. I'm just going to say why I don't like it is because CAD is making a comeback, right? If you look at CAD versus the board, generally speaking, CAD's making a comeback, and it's because the data's been good. Last week, right, we had good labor market data from Canada, and this is the couple of months now we've had good labor market data from Canada. Look, here on Friday, 53,000 jobs being added. Unemployment rate dropped down to 6.5%. So we've had a good run of Canadian jobs data. And so, yeah, and we've got the Bank of Canada this week, Wednesday, and I'm expecting them to just be like, we're unchanged. We're not looking to cut rates again unless the economy needs it. So that's going to be neutral, and that will be bullish for CAD. in my opinion. Interesting. Look at this. Comfortable with bets that the next move would be a rate hike. So I just look at these comments from an ECB speaker, Schnabel, ECB Schnabel, which is interesting. We talk about hikes already. But anyway.
I don't think, but yeah. Interesting opinion.
Yeah. No. So what's on my watch list, by the way, guys? I like the idea of this. Okay. So let me tie this up a moment. I like the idea of AUD NZD. So
sometimes looks like your kids draw on that chart.
I know, honestly, it's such a mess. And the thing is, I'm actually like, my handwriting and my drawing are awful. Like they are like a kindergartner. Honestly, they're so bad. But yeah, if we look at AUD NZD, I like the fact that we have. Look at the structure, by the way, guys. Okay, really, really nice structure. And we had to be patient. You know, we had this patience here, then we broke out, and now we had this patience with this consolidation. We staged a rebound here at 14. Okay, higher low. We're holding right now. Okay, daily, you can see obviously we had this structure. We're printing lower highs, lower lows, and we're trying to break out of this at the moment. On the 4 hour, a little bit suspect, but we're trying to, you can see, we're trying to hold some ground here. There's support basically at sort of 14. So here, okay, we've got some demand. If this holds, okay, what I'm looking out for now is for a nice bullish, bullish engulfing, and it will effectively will break this like a flag, and then we'll get this structure continuing. So I'm looking at these potential longs once we get bullish engulfing. Now, this behavior, just by the way, quickly, is very similar to this. You see here? Oh, yeah. So we had a breakout of this structure here. We started forming a nice structure on the 4 hour, high highs, high lows. And then, we had this bit of consolidation, get a nice bullish engulfing to confirm the buyers are there, and then we go. So that's what I'm looking at here for AUD NZD. This one's on the watch list at the moment. Let's see how this plays out. But I'm waiting for that bullish engulfing breakout, and then I'll look at some longs. Stops will be obviously below this, this zone here. So look at longs there.
Looking nice.
Yeah, man. Apart from that, I'm on the fence about a lot of things at the moment. I'm sitting on my hands. Remember those Euro NZD longs? I got stopped out of these. I did quickly move my stop. Okay, I did adjust my stops because previously my stops were here. Well, not there. They're at 201.85, so somewhere down here. And when we were on the stream, obviously Jake was like, "Yeah, it's going really nicely, Ken." Thanks, Jake. Thanks, mate. That was your fault, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah, but when that was happening anyway, I brought my stop up to pretty much like break even. And then, got taken out not long after, like literally not long after I trailed those stops. So, yeah, it looks nice. But then now we've topped out for Euro. I mean, Euro across the board is coming under a little bit of pressure. Yeah, when you look.
Yeah. Someone just mentioned it in the chat, and I wanted to speak about it because I was just watching the index. I mean, I don't think that we are basically somehow reversing on Euro. That's not the point of view that I'm having. I'm taking this as a correction. Let me just share quickly the screen. Where is it? Here. Screen, and it's trading view. Well, here we go. So that is the. Can you share my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Because Chatanya said it, so I had it in my head already. Well, basically, this is Euro index across the board, like average index across the board, so against all of the currencies. And if you zoom out on a daily chart, that is still very bullish. So for me, this is not reversal for Euro. It's still, for me, some sort of a healthy correction. And I think we're going to get back up there. So I also wanted to ask you, do you have any insights on the pound from last week? Because pound, if I'm not mistaken, got some bullish momentum in the last week.
Yeah.
Do you know what was it caused by, or just market?
Bro, that's just like a market thing. Like,
there was
nothing attached to that. It was so strange. It was really rallying.
I was going around financial duties looking for anything from UK, any data that to basically support that bullishness from pound. Did not find anything.
No.
So
it was very absurd, to be honest. But nothing.
Okay. So guys, for me, Euro is not now like a bearish market. It's still pretty bullish market based on the index. It's just a correction. I hope that this week we're going to get back towards the uptrend. because I would like to take the longs on euro pound finally. We get to the fair value gap. I don't like what is now being basically created. The candle, the daily looks disgusting. At the same time, we've got the bearish fair value gap, or just gap. Let's call it easy. This one is going to highlight it. Like this. So kind of ruin my plans, but still I believe we should go towards the upside. If someone would put a gun on my head and tell me you now trade euro pound, I would be taking longs most likely. Of course, I've got this level, which is 87.2, and this is from last Monday, and if we actually manage to close below this, then we'll most likely go down to this point of control, which is 86.75 approx. 86.75. If we actually close below this red zone. If not, then I'll be still having my bullish bias. I still believe that pound is weaker than euro, so we'll see. As long as we hold above this, I might be taking the longs. Do we have anything? Let me open the calendar just to check if we have anything specific on the euro.
Oh, for euro.
For euro, we've got, of course, tomorrow we've got Bailey, the governor of UK, is going to deliver the speech, and then on Wednesday, the same time as tomorrow, Bailey, then on Wednesday, the Lagarde speech. But other than that, I don't think we have anything, actually. No, I can check in a trading view, as there's a calendar. I didn't even know there's a calendar on trading view, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, same. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty decent because usually what I used to do with the calendar for upcoming week, I'm using Gemini and AI. So I usually just sit down for 5-10 minutes, talk to the AI to basically schedule all of the economic events and data releases to my calendar because I get the notification. But you can do it easily in here as well. Phone? You open any event. Sorry?
To your phone?
Yeah. Gemini is from Google. I'm using everything from Google, like a calendar, Gmail, and so on. So I basically said, Gemini, what are the events that will influence? I can show it on a video for you guys.
Interesting.
What are the events that will impact the US dollar this week? And it says there's a Fed, FOMC, there's, let's say, PPI, and it gives me like a list of the events, economic events, and the data releases that will take place this week. And then I'll tell Gemini, now put it into my calendar. And it basically just do it automatically, that it put it into your calendar, and then I'll just on the phone get notification from my calendar, FOMC or PPI were released. So this is the way I'm doing the calendar now. But I didn't know that TradingView basically offers the same. You can just open any event and just click add to your calendar, and you can add it to your Google Calendar, and it's easy. For me, I'm doing it this way. I usually was just writing down all the events into my calendar manually. And since the Gemini release like a few months ago, the update, then I'm just using Gemini to do it. And now you can also use the trading view, sorry.
I wonder if you can do that on iOS somehow, because I'm not a Google user.
I don't think so, because Gemini is connected directly. It's from Google, so it's connected to Google Calendar and to Gmail. So I'm using it on a daily basis, except the trading for also managing my emails and stuff. Yeah. But for trading, it's actually really good.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, like it can give you a general good idea. Like if you have a press conference or FOMC as well, you just, after the press conference, usually like 30 minutes, you can let Gemini to research the topic, and then you can just speak to Gemini, like it's your trading partner, like what was the FOMC about, what's the general mood, is it hawkish, dovish, just to talk to the AI, like it's your buddy. So, yeah. Now it sounds that I live here like in a cave without any friends, just talking to Gemini the entire day, but I'm just using it for trading. Okay. Let me check the euro. I got distracted a little bit. No, I don't think so. I was checking for you, but no. Should be all right then. Okay, so no events for euro, only one for pound, and that is on Friday. We've got GDP data. Other than that, we should just go based on the market sentiment and on the behavior, the market behavior. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, Angel, would you like to take over, and I'll quickly finish the Australian dollar so I can share my point of view as well before we.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. Stop sharing the
All
screen.
right. All right.
And
Let me
it's
share the
yours.
screen window. Let me share this window real quick. Yep. All right, guys. So it's funny because it feels like I'm here whenever we have like a stream. I'm just telling you the same, guys. We need to wait for a manipulation lower to go longs, but it's because we are so bullish right now, and I mean it's hard just to try to look for a different setup, you know, from taking longs. If we go to the higher time frame on the indices, let me just focus right now on Nasdaq real quick, just to show you guys on the daily time frame. We do have this gap right here, which I think the price is about to fill, and is aiming to fill that gap right here. So it's going to be a nice target for today for the price to fill that gap. So this is going to be the first target, is around 25,880, right? This is going to be the first target. But if you guys look at this candle right here from November 4th, when you typically see a higher time for a candle like this with no upper wick, this is called devil's mark. All right, this is pretty much just like a liquidity pool level. So you'll see the price seeking these levels to be taken out, you know, as a target. So I also think this high is a good target for the rest of the week. Of course, we may take all-time highs by the end of the year. That's super likely. But for today, I like the way we're going to aiming to fill this gap and then this devil mark right here. So the targets that I'm going to be looking at for today are pretty much that high from November 5th and that high from November 4th, right? Two highs, two clear prices right here. All right, here, so this is 26,100, right? Two nice targets for today if you guys are going to take any longs. I'm just going to wait to take any longs right here. If we go to the 4-hour, watch this, guys. We are, of course, this is a new weekly opening gap. We already opened, we traded lower, and now we're trading back higher, right? We are respecting this gap on the 4-hour. Put this in full. See, this is a 4-hour gap, right? So we can safely say this is a dealing range, and this high is likely to be taken. And all this price action right here is just a retracement. As you can see in the last two 4-hour candles from 10 and 2 a.m., which is pretty much Asian in London, we do have a lot of indecision right now. The price is not like having displacement, but after this close, I want to see then 10 a.m. opens, right? With this candle closing above this candle range high, right? So that is going to tell me that the next candle is likely to be a bullish candle and close higher. So we can aim for those highs, right? So at 10 a.m., what I want to see from this next candle on the 4-hour is pretty much opening, trading a bit lower, rebalancing. Maybe if we have like a gap or some sort of a structure on the M5, this is what is going to happen, right? It's pretty much this, but it's just fractal, right? This is how you're going to see that on the 4-hour. So then the next 2 hours, 11 and 12, I want to see then a candle closure and the next candle pretty much to print towards those highs like this. Okay, that's going to be the play that I'm going to be waiting right now. If you guys, now let's go back to all indices, which is YM and ES. Let me go to the M15 right here. Wait, everyone should be, the layout should be, okay, no worries, never mind. All right, so what do we have here, guys? This is interesting because we do have divergence in price. Why is that? Because if you look at the sessions, we have Asian in London right here, and look at where is NQ right now. We're not even close to this lows, right? But if you look at ES, and if you look at YM, which is the Dow, we're pretty much sweeping the lows. We're pretty much sweeping Asian low and London low, right? So we have a divergence, and I like this. Keeping in mind that I'm bullish, right? Look at this. All right, So I'm going to trade NQ because it's the one that is not taking the low, right? It's going to be the strongest. Right now to trade, of course, you can still trade ES, but I'll just rather go for NQ at this time because it is the one with the cleanest target, which is this high, is the previous day high. And it's not only the previous day high, but if we, let me take out the indicator real quick. If you look at this M15, right, this is pretty much a needling range because we have this higher low, higher high, and then we have a retracement, right? This is a retracement pretty much at around the 50% area, around the 618. Let me see. Yep, not even 618. This is OTE, optimal trade entry, because it's a retracement down to the 70% right here. We also have a gap here on the M5, on the M15, which is this one is getting respected as well. We pretty much consolidated here a little bit, but this was Friday price action, so Friday night. You can expect that. And now we're starting to print higher, and we're about to actually take out that high as a new leg, right? If we go then to a lower time frame, what I want to see, since we already have the divergence in price, it's pretty much the price to hold. I want to see early buyers getting taken out of this trade, right? I want to see this low getting taken first. I want to see the price kind of dropping and make you think that now we're not going up. And that's exactly where you want to look for longs, right? So that's what I want to wait at 10 a.m. Let me see if we can see something like that. Let's just wait for it. Alrighty, guys. So that's the play for NQ right now. If we go to then ES, this one kind of like cleaner. We have the divergence here. This is the new weekly opening gap. What I want to see then is the price now trading lower after this. And then I would like to see the price going back higher, right? Going through the new weekly opening gap, which is this one, and then rejecting that gap, right? How are we going to reject? Pretty much with the structure. We want to see some, then just a structure rejecting the new weekly opening gap, right? Out of the new weekly opening gap. What is going to be the target for ES today? Pretty much previous day high, Friday high, which is this one, 6,900, right? That's going to be pretty much the target that I'm going to aim for ES once that high is taken. I will say the day, since today is Monday, no news. We have FOMC on Wednesday. Just take out the low-hanging fruit, which is going to be that high. I don't just want to hold forever because we can get chopped easily. But if you ask me about targets for the week, this high looks nice. This high looks nice as well. And then, of course, all-time high. But these two are actually very, very nice highs to take as a target. So, ES, I want to see then the price disrespecting the gap that we are about to create and then trade back higher to reject the new weekly opening gap. As a clear setups, clean price section where you feel comfortable trading NQ, ES, or YM. Well, that's actually up to your trading approach. I like to trade NQ the most because, I don't know, it's just faster. Of course, it's going to give you like wider stops. So it's about the way you trade and your personality. I know people that actually rather to trade ES because it's just going to give you tight stops. It's not that fast, you know. It's like riding a normal horse, and NQ is like riding a beach horse. You know what I mean? It's just different to trade, but it's pretty
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh my God, a wild one. Let's say you have a horse on your house and then you try to drive a wild horse. That's pretty much NQ, and that's ES, right? Okay. But I like NQ the most, Titania actually, but I know actually people that love to trade ES because it's just, I don't know. It's up to your trading approach, of course. It's a matter of you trying to trade and taking the same trades every day, seeing which one you like the most, right? YM, it's like gold, right? This is the whole of the indices, because you need to wait until you have all the single time frames, at least for me, because I don't watch this one that like I watch NQ and ES. Maybe that's why it's like different for me to trade this one. But the price action is different. Of course, this one is not that fast. So I'll only use YM just to watch divergence in price, if the price, which one is correlating, which one is the weakest assets, and pretty much just pretty much for my view on the other indices. I just don't trade this one that much. Yes, sir. Yes, Jack, you're right. You're absolutely right. Okay, so pretty much that's all I have today, guys. I'm just gonna wait to see if we can just get back higher above the new weekly opening gap on ES and have some sort of rejection here and a structure to trade higher. This is going to be the target for today, that high, previous day high. And Q pretty much the same. We already took the low that I was telling you guys. Now that everyone thinks that we might not go higher, when this happened, early buyers getting out of the trade is where you want to just get in. That's why I always wait for 10 a.m. because the first 15 minutes after the opening bell is crazy, because you'll see a lot of back and forth weeks. So you better wait for the first 15 minutes, and then you'll probably have a cleaner view to where the price is aiming towards. All right. So yeah, guys.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Angel.
Senor.
Yes, sir.
Senor Angel.
Well, actually, jump on me on another account of you is the Nasdaq is your favorite one, because I'm just looking at the Nasdaq trader, a guy who trades on the Nasdaq throughout the entire year, been very successful. I'm just spaced in. Let me share the screen, the trading view. Where's the? This is what I'm looking for. Perfect. Share the screen. Here we go. I'm just copy pasting his trades into trading view eventually. Hopefully I'll try to at least figure out what is he about a little bit. But this guy is also animal. He's been trading since March 20. I can even pull out his. Yeah, so this is the trade, and let me share a different screen. Let me share this window. This is what I'm talking about. He's trading 4 year signature accounts, and he's been getting basically just payouts every single month since he started trading with us. Nice. He started in March, which was then a month later, first 2 payouts like 25K, and then he's taking 3K, 6K payout every month. This is animal, and he's trading just the Nasdaq. That's the only instrument that he's trading actually. Yeah. So you might actually help me with the Indices trader. I'm going to be analyzing this one right shortly after the live stream. Made about 74K already, a good one, and having $51,000 in active profits that he can basically get as a payout. Nice. Anyone, absolute animal.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And just trades one instrument. And I've never traded Indices, so I don't know what else I'm going to be talking about there. So would like to have you on if you're available.
Yeah, he's pretty much crushing it. That's so nice.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah. Sometimes you get this sort of a inspiration, motivation reviewing those accounts. Sometimes you get to see like, damn, wish I would have that, like that good track record. But at least it gives you the motivation and the proof that it is possible to make this type of money. Okay. I was just playing with the Australian dollar a little bit, or with the data, checking out CPI. But I think what Ken said is actually pretty on the spot, because I think they'll keep the rates. They won't be delivering the easing for the monetary policy. So I think we can see continuous bullish momentum on Australian dollar. It's very possible. Okay, let me see if there are any comments. Jake, there are some traders making millions with only trading Nasdaq. Yeah, I mean, he made 5 lots and he made 12K on last Tuesday, with 5 lots on Nasdaq, just within, I don't know, 2-3 hours. That was absolutely impressive. Yeah, so I believe that there must be traders who are trading just one index and being very successful with it. Absolute beast. You should give try to futures one time. You will never go to Forex. Well, I prefer to trade futures actually, but as when I did the poll on Instagram, most of you guys wanted me to trade the 8-1. But on my personal, I'm trading with buying futures rather. Okay, so that's going to be probably everything from us. Do you have any other markets that you would like to discuss? Or are you set to go for today? And we'll see each other on Wednesday again?
Yeah, all good from my
good to
side.
go?
Yeah, man.
Okay, just one more quickly reminder. Tomorrow we've got with the X Space with the CEO Dylan. So join in, guys. It's going to be fun. Okay, thank you, Ken. Thank you, Angel.
Thank you, boys.
And I'll see you again on Wednesday.
Daddy will see you on Wednesday.
Care,
See you guys. Take care.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.